Hey, what's up YouTube? Persona 3 Reload just came out and it's filled with many other forms of media such as anime, games, and movies. So I thought I'd list a whole bunch of them here for today's video and share it with you guys. So with that out of the way, let's get right into it. Devil May Cry 3 Dante's Awakening. Did you know that the very top of Tartarus, where the final boss takes place in, highly resembles the top of the Temenegru Tower from Devil May Cry 3, where both Dante and Virgil have their fight? I mean, everything from the walkway leading to the top of the tower and the bird demonic statues that are pretty much on point as well. Metroid Prime. One of Aegis' guns, the Phalanx B2 model, is meant to resemble Samus Aran's arm cannon from the Metroid games, especially when Aegis uses it in missile mode. Transformers. Another one of Aegis' weapons is called Six Shot, that can transform into 6 different shapes, which is a reference to Six Shot, the Decepticon from the Transformers series. Berserk. One of Junpei's early game weapons is called the Broadsword or the Great Sword, which happens to look like the Dragon Slayer blade from Berserk, down to the same detail. Chojin Sentai Jetman. Every Sunday you can catch the Featherman episodes at the TV and Iwa Torai dorms. But did you know that each episode is named after the Chojin Sentai Jetman anime? Which makes sense since Jetman is one of those many Sentai shows that Featherman is referencing. Astro Boy. The persona Natsa Taishi's design is clearly based on Astro Boy, a Dark Horse Comics published in 2002, a comic about an android young boy with human emotions. Ripley's Believe It or Not. Junpei's Believe It or Don't storytime is actually a reference to American franchise known as Ripley's Believe It or Not, a show that deals with bizarre and paranormal events.
Unbelievable? Believe it. On Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Good evening, and welcome to Junpei's Believe It or Don't.
Movie references. At the theater, you can find 2 movie posters in Persona 3. The first one is The Detonator, which is a reference to a 2006 American action film called The Detonator. The other poster is called Friday on a Certain Day, which is a reference to the comedy movie Friday After Next. Star Wars. The female protagonist Beam Nagatana gives off a very familiar sound when swung, which is of course a lightsaber weapon from Star Wars. Rocky 3. So Junpei makes a reference to the Rocky 3 movie where he says the famous line, "I pity the fool who don't know when to quit," by Mr. T, even Junpei calling himself Mr. J as well. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's no surprise that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure heavily influenced the personas within Persona 3, or the Persona series in general, because the way the personas are invoked here are quite similar to how Jotaro Kujo calls out his stand for the first time.
悪霊の恐ろしさを見せてやる。てめえら見えなかったのか？今の俺の悪霊が見えないのなら。最近取り憑かれたみたいなんだ。
Drinking brands. A lot of drinking brands are referenced here in Persona 3 Reload as well, and some examples are Nasty is Nesty, Fountain Dew is Mountain Dew, Cielo Mist is Ciaro Mist, Mad Bull is Red Bull, Moon Kissed is Sun Kissed, 1-Up is 7-Up, Starbucks Coffee is Starbucks Coffee. In Persona 3 Reload, new vending machine brands were also added into the game, like Hiyo, which is a USDA organic certified social tonic drink, and Puka Puka, known as Puka Pure Puka Chai, which is an instant milky sweet treat based on most tea recipes. Bookof. The Bookof store is referenced as Book On in the original Persona 3 game, but they changed this to the Manga Net Cafe in Persona 3 Reload. Sony Walkman. The clip-on style headphones and sports MP3 player that the protagonist is seen using in the game's intro and opening are real models. They are the Audio-Technica ATH EM7 and Sony Walkman NW205F models. Audio-Technica would even go on to release a special version of the headphone model with the P3 logo on the sides, but these have been discontinued for quite a while now, so good luck trying to find them online. TMPD. In the Tatsumi East Police Station, you can see this fish mascot in uniform. This is meant to represent the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department mascot, known as a character called Peepo, or Peipo. The Bayside Rockers. Bayside is an American punk rock band from the Bayside, Queens neighborhood in New York City, formed back in the year of 2000, and so in the very first time the Dark Hour takes place, you can clearly hear the name of the Bayside Rockers being heard from the talk show radio host.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it.
This sucks.
I'm serious. I was scared shitless.
Nice story, though.
That was the Bayside Rockers, brought to you by KJ. And that's all for tonight, folks. Tune in again next week, same time, same place.
Arcade Sega Saturn games. Some of the games in the arcade are based off Sega Saturn games, such as House of the Deceased, which is referencing House of the Dead, and the racing game known as Wheel Racer. Saturday Night Fever. Junpei's original victory pose alludes to John Travolta's disco pose of Saturday Night Fever, but it could also be a reference to a New York Yankee player who also did the exact same thing. Midsummer Night's Dream. The Persona special attack with Abron and Titania is a reference to William Shakespeare's stage play known as A Midsummer Night's Dream. The Persona 3 second movie uses this as its title as well, and the song Fate is in Our Hands in that movie is also referencing the stage play as well, where you can clearly hear Lotus Juice making a reference to A Midsummer Night's Dream. Ghostbusters. During the summer vacation, you can meet Junpei at the strip mall, and Junpei makes a subtle reference to Ghostbusters by saying, "Who do you call? The Shadowbusters." World of Warcraft. When playing the MMORPG game with Maya or Waiko, she does mention that the reason no one's playing Innocent Sin online anymore is because everyone left to play the new game called Cow, which is a reference to WoW, World of Warcraft. Playboy. When speaking with President Tanaka, he does make a mention that he's gonna recruit the protagonist and make him star in an adult film show called The Boy Next Door, which is a reference to the girl next door from Playboy Mansion.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to see through people's bathing suits at the beach? My, I don't think I've ever seen you this enthusiastic. Consumers might be persuaded by such candor. We could position you as the boy next door. Our company ran an ad in adult magazines proposing a special filter for digital cameras.
Catherine. There is a Catherine music track that plays in the background when watching some of the DVD movies with both Yukari Takeba and Ken Amada.
Wait, you're bad with horror too? I mean, I'm totally cool with that stuff. You'll be fine as long as we watch it together. Oh wait, it's starting! Man, the tension is palpable.
Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne. Remnants of Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne can be found in the PS2 versions of the game, like press turn icons and other UI elements. Persona 4 Arena. There is a Persona 4 Arena poster at the arcade, similar to how Persona 5 has one as well in its arcade. If you guys invite Yukari to the Summer Film Festival during the summer break, the movie they're watching has Chie Satonaka's theme song from Persona 4 Arena playing in the background. Devil Summoner Soul Hackers. The nameless sword you can get in the game through the antique shop is referencing the Devil Summoner Nameless Shrine and the Nameless Maiden, a weapon that has connections to Raito Kuzunoha and the Yaragarasu. It's also the sword that Madame Ginkgo hands over to the protagonist in Soul Hackers as well. As to how it made it here in Persona 3, I have no idea. Maybe the antique shop lady is actually part of the Yaragarasu. Megami Tensei 2. In the original Japanese version of the game, the online game Miss Toriumi played was called Devil Busters Online, which was a reference to Megami Tensei 2, where the main characters of that game were called Devil Busters. Not to mention that Miss Toriumi's handle name was called Waiko, which was a reference to Yumiko Shirasagi, while the protagonist uses the handle as Enjima, which was a reference to Akemi Nakejima. Oh, and did you know that Waiko's new portrait in Persona 3 Reload is a reference to the heroine from Shin Megami Tensei? Persona 2 Innocent Sin Online. In the localized version of Persona 3, the MMORPG is called Innocent Sin Online, a reference to the Persona 2 Innocent Sin game. Miss Toriumi's online name here is Maya, which is Maya Amano, and the protagonist's online name is Tatsuya as Tatsuya So. Persona Trinity Soul. In the anime Persona Trinity Soul, someone resembling Junpei appears as a brief cameo appearance in episode 13, when Ryo Kanzato is looking around as he is leaving the police department. Whether or not this is Junpei has never officially been proven by Atlas. Shin Megami Tensei Persona 1. On the television show Who's Who, you can catch many cameo interviews of most of the cast from Persona 1, such as Masao Inaba, Yukino Mayuzumi, and Maki Sonomura. The show itself is being run by Trish, the interviewer, who is said to resemble Trish from Persona 1 and 2. And in Persona 3 Reload, we can confirm this is the case as we can finally see Trish's character on TV, where she can be seen having the same purple suit and the blue hair. Persona 5. The Rafelsia flower shop is the same name as the flower shop found in Persona 5. You know, the one that Joker takes a part-time job in. And that about does it for the video, guys, so if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to drop me a like and subscribe, it really helps me out. But yeah, if you guys like videos like this, or want to talk about other JRPG games as well, similar in this format, then make sure to drop me a subscribe. But with that out of the way, thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next upload. Take care.